Welcome to the part 2 of Snake and the Mirror. Let us continue the rest of the lesson in part 2. So you can see the picture where he is imagining of getting married, and that lady should be very fat such that she can't run. With such thoughts in my mind, I resumed my seat in the chair in front of the table. There was no more sounds from above. Suddenly there came a dull thud, as if a rubber tube has fallen to the ground. Surely nothing to worry about. Even so, I thought I would turn around and take a look. No sooner had I turned than a fat snake wriggled over the back of the chair and landed on my shoulder. The snake's landing on me and my turning was simultaneous. So, with all these thoughts in his mind, he sat back in his chair in front of the table, and there were no sounds from the above. So, with all such thoughts in his mind, he came back into his chair again, which is in front of the table, and there was no more sounds from the top of the roof. But suddenly there was a thud sound. Thud means a dull sound, as if when a rubber tube or rubber pipe falls down, what kind of sound comes from it? Such kind of sound is nothing but thud sound. So suddenly it has fallen on the ground. Surely he thought nothing to worry, and he thought just I and the rats share the room, so it might be a rat. So he just thought of turning to a side and looking what it was. But no sooner he turned back, there was a fat snake which wriggled. Wriggled is nothing but moved by twisting and turning. He just turned, and the snake started coiling around his arm, and it was on his shoulder. Both were simultaneous. He turned and the snake came onto the arm. I didn't jump. I didn't tremble. I did not cry out. There was no time to do any such things. The snake slithered along my shoulder and coiled around my left arm about the elbow. The hood was spread out, and its head was hardly 3 or 4 inches from my face. So suddenly I felt then the great presence of the Creator of this world and this universe. God was there. Suppose I said something and He did not like it. I tried in my imagination to write in bright letters outside my little heart the words, "Oh God." So if you are in that situation, definitely we feel that, "Oh God, come and help me." So at that particular time, he felt that God is there and He is going to support me, and he want to write to God to save him. He wrote all these words in his heart. There was some pain in my left arm. It was as if a thick leaden rod, a rod made of molten fire, was slowly but powerfully rushed my arm. The arm was beginning to be drained of all strength. What could I do? So he felt a little pain in his left arm, because the snake came and coiled around the left arm. When we catch a thing, it might be a small thing, for a few minutes we don't feel tired, but if you carry it for 1 hour or 2 hours, you feel like your energy is losing and you are unable to, you feel like pain. So he felt pain in his left arm because the snake has coiled tightly. So have you any time looked a snake looking into the mirror? I think this was the first snake looking into the mirror, the doctor felt, and he is getting number of questions. Why the snake is looking into the mirror, whether it want to grow mustache, or it want to have a mascara, it want to have a vermilion on his forehead, means it want to have a sticker on his forehead. Like that the doctor is thinking regarding the snake. I did not know anything for certain. What sex was the snake? Was it male or female? I will never know, for the snake unwounded itself from my arm and slowly slithered into my lap, from where it crept onto the table and moved towards the mirror. Perhaps it wanted to enjoy its reflection at closer quarters. So he did not even recognize how the snake slithered. Slithered is nothing but moved from his arm into the table and on to the mirror. The snake went there and it is looking into its own reflection in the mirror. You can see the picture where the snake is combing its hair by looking at the mirror, and he is very much concerned whether the snake is a male or a female. I was no mere image cut in granite. I was suddenly a man of flesh and blood. Still holding my breath, I quietly went out through the door into the veranda, from where I leapt into the yard and ran for all I was worthy. So, when the snake slowly left his arm and moved on to the table, he slowly became a person, became a man. Just until that time he became a stone. Means without motionless, movementless. He became breathless there. And now he restored himself and he slowly got up from the place and rushed to the yard. And from there he ran out. Phew. Each of us heaved a sigh of relief. All of us lit beedies. Somebody asked, "Doctor, is your wife very fat?" "No," the doctor said. "God willed otherwise. My life companion is a thin, reedy person with the gift of a sphincter." So, everyone, the doctor is telling this story to his colleagues or friends, someone it might be. Then one of them asked with a curiosity that, "Doctor, is your wife very fat?" Then he told that, "No, I am gifted with a thin, reedy person." Someone else asked, "Doctor, when you ran, did the snake follow you?" So there is a curiosity. With the curiosity, they asked that, "Doctor, when you ran from that place, did the snake follow you?" The doctor replied, "I ran and ran till I reached a friend's house immediately. I smeared oil all over myself and took a bath. I changed into fresh clothes. The next morning at about 8:30, I took my friend and one or two others to my room to move my things from there. But we found we had very little to carry. Some thief has removed most of my things. The room had been cleaned out, but not really. The thief had left behind one thing as a final insult." So he went to the friend's room and there he took some oil and then he went for a nice bath, changed his clothes and he slept there, stayed with his friends that night. And next day morning at around 8:30 he took one or two friends with him and went back to his room to get all the belongings whatever he has. But before his visit only, a thief came to his house and cleaned away everything. Means he took everything and he just left out only one thing. Let us see what was it. "What was that?" I asked. The doctor said, "My waist, the dirty one." The fellow had such a sense of cleanliness. So he told that only my waist, the undergarment which I wear under the shirt, that was left behind. I think the thief was a person with the sense of cleanliness because he's a doctor, so he's thinking in that particular way. The rascal could have taken it and used it after washing it with soap and water. Then he is feeling that that fellow who has taken everything in my house, he would have taken that waste and washed it and then used it. "Did you see the snake next day, doctor?" The doctor laughed. "I have never seen it since. It was a snake which was taken with its own beauty." Then he told that, "No, till today I did not see any snake, and that was the first snake which took care of its own beauty, which was admired by its own beauty." So this is the humorous lesson, snake and the mirror. Lot of fun. That's all for today. With this we have finished Unit 1 A reading, Snake and Mirror from 9th class. That's all for today. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to Sweta's English Hub.